Hi, today I'm going to show you how my incubator works. First, we'll put off the power, then unplug it from the power source. Like that. Next, I'll remove the topmost part of the incubator, the one that holds the motor and the fan. So that blue part, I have removed it. And as you can see, this is the inside of the incubator. The wire has already been disconnected, the one that is connected to the motor and the rollers. So those white things that you're seeing are the rollers where I've put the eggs, and you can see that the eggs are marked different numbers. Those are indicative of the different dates that I'd put the eggs in. So it's important that you put them with the numbers so that you know which one is ready for hatching. So I'll remove the topmost part of it and the second part so that I can reach the eggs. Today I want to remove the eggs that are going in for what we call lockdown. Lockdown is usually done on the 18th day of incubation, and it takes 3 days before the chicks come out of the egg or they hatch. So total number of days is 21, but lockdown happens on the 18th day. As you can see, the egg usually has a narrow part and a broader part. So the narrow part is the one that you put down in the tray. I'll show you. This placement is very important because you want the air sac that is usually found on the broader part of the egg to be facing up, and this will ensure that the eggs remain viable and healthy. So when you're placing your eggs on the tray, please ensure that the broader part of the egg is facing up and the narrower part is the one that you place inside the tray. When handling the eggs at any point, you have to be extremely careful because even a crack, a simple tiny crack on the egg will compromise the hatchability. So handle the eggs with lots of care. Don't bump them, don't hit them against anything, so that you can have your chicks at the end of the day.
Keep it low key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, cause my love deserves.
These are the rollers that I was talking about, and this is the wire that is connecting the motor to the rollers. So this roller is very important. You have to take care of it because it acts it's the one that will turn the eggs.
We're gonna keep it low key, keep it soft.
This is the tray where the chicks would hatch and stay for 3 days. These eggs are now ready to be put on lockdown, and I want to show you this particular egg where I've put the 2 dots. I have doubts about its hatchability from the candling, but I will give it a chance. So I've put those dots so as to see if my fears are justified or not. This is the tray where I'm going to place the eggs for lockdown. Now I'm placing the eggs in the tray. This has to be done carefully to avoid any cracks. I'll first wipe the trays in case there is any contamination or water, and then now place the eggs one by one. And now these are the eggs. I've placed the eggs on the tray, and finally this is the look that you're aiming for. and the chicks will hatch after 3 days, and they'll be able to walk around, because as you can see it is a flat surface, and the small holes will also ensure that the chicks do not fall through. So this is lockdown. Now I'll return the rest of the incubator, assemble them so that I can put on the incubator, and return the other eggs in the process. As you're returning the incubator, make sure it is clean, and also wipe down the other parts like the rollers. And then as you return, also make sure that the parts fit in so well, so that no gap remains. Okay, so those are the rollers, and that's where the rest of the eggs will go as they wait for their own date of lockdown. This is how the rollers look once the eggs have been put back. As you can see, at this point you don't have to worry about putting the smaller end facing downwards. Right now they can just lie as they are. So here the eggs have been returned, and now we place this other cover for the eggs. Make sure that the parts fit in correctly. That's perfect. You can see they fit in, no space is left, so that the incubator can work optimally. That's how it should appear. Even from the sides, make sure they fit in correctly. The eggs are now placed back, and now we'll cover the topmost part of the incubator. Now remember, when covering the topmost part, that is where we have the fan. As you can see, that's the fan, and we also have the connector to the motor and the heat regulator. So we'll return it back to the top, and at this point make sure you don't connect the power before you connect the wires. Don't forget that, because that will mean your eggs will not be able to roll, and that means that you will lose all those eggs. So you connect the wires back, make sure they are well connected, and then at this point now you can close the incubator and connect it to the power source. And as you can see, I'm now going to connect it to the cable that it brings in the power. And here this incubator has the AC, the alternative current provision, and direct current provision, so that if you're in an area where there is no electricity, you can use a battery or solar powered batteries, so that the incubator will still be able to operate. So it comes with those two provisions. As for now, I'm using the electricity. So I'll put it on, and you can see it has now come on. The incubator is now working. That is the optimum temperature and optimum humidity. That's our aim. The number of days, and 120 refers to the time, 120 minutes before turn time. So the rollers turn after every 120 minutes. So right now, because I've just put it on, the temperatures will rise and the humidity will also stabilize because there is water that had already put in the incubator. This type of incubator is not automatic, it's not fully automatic, so as it regulates its own temperature. Now that is the torch that we use for candling. You can use this one, but the incubator also comes with an external torch. There, I put it off. You can see it was quite bright. So basically for now, before I conclude this video, I hope you've enjoyed the content so far. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't. Hit the notification button so that every time I post new content, you'll be notified of the same. Like the video, engage me in the comment section below. I would be happy to respond. Now, the incubator is a game changer in the poultry business. If you are intent in hatching your own chicken and breeding more, especially those who are in the indigenous chicken business, this is a game changer. As I mentioned in an earlier video, buying chicken from outside sources brought diseases into my farm, wiping out my entire stock. But the moment I bought an incubator, small as it is, it has already changed the game for me. I have more chicken that I know exactly where they're coming from. So kindly, if you're a farmer, especially in Africa where we are doing a lot of indigenous chicken farming, and most people will tell you that they're not profitable, try incubating your own eggs. Usually when you give the chicken to do it the natural way, there are some eggs that will not hatch, but the hatchability increases when you use the incubator. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Till next time, bye bye.